Hello everybody, welcome to the channel where we talk about books, some bad, some good, but many very, very average. It is my job to categorize these books to you as such so that you do not waste your valuable time and hard-earned money. Today we are talking about Ania Ahlborn's latest release, published in 2025, called The Unseen. It clocks in at a very manageable 366 pages. Thank God. The first thing I want to say is that this should have been a novella, a work between 100 and 150 pages, not 366. And I will tell you why. There are a lot of Anya fans out there. Most agree that Brother and The Shuddering are her best, which I tend to agree. So it would be extremely hard for her to replicate those types of successes. And I have every notion that she will someday. But this is not it. Let's take a look at this book cover, shall we? It's very nice. It's got your ominous house there, a mysterious light in the window, your sullen red sky in the background. What would you say this book is about solely based on the cover? Looks like a haunted house story. Even the title, The Unseen, seems to represent ghosts. But I will tell you, it is not a haunted house story. It is not a ghost story. It actually has nothing to do with the house at all. And that is why this cover is all wrong for this book. Bad on the publishers. Before I construct my own review, I always like to check Amazon's reviews. One says, horror at its best. No, it is not. Are they stupid? Did they actually read the book? Or are they just paid to say that? I think the latter. Atmospheric and creepy. Atmospheric? Okay, you can say that. Creepy? Maybe just the feral kid that's in it. Disturbing. The only disturbing thing in this thing is the way the mother acted. Another winner from Ania Ahlborn. It's not. Just another run-of-the-mill book between Brother and her next best, which this is clearly not. A good story with a rushed ending. Just an okay story with a rushed ending. Not the greatest. Now we're getting closer. A total snooze fest. Well, maybe not total. Waste of time. Not necessarily, but we get the point. Now about the book. Isla is a mother of 6. Let me say that again. 6! But we reduced that to 5 fairly quickly because her youngest child dies. So she's grieving pretty hard. Understandable. And then this strange boy shows up at the edge of the woods. And this boy is as feral gets. He's dirty, joints are all fucked up, can't walk right, and he can't even talk. He grunts and acts weird as shit. Isla, thinking this kid was sent to her via angel as a proxy to the kid she lost, decides that, yeah, it would be a good idea to adopt this little son of a bitch and infuse him right into the fucking family. The father, Luke, poor sympathetic Luke, goes right along with it. And it is this reaction that angers me the most. I'm angered by the actions of Isla. I'm angered from the lack of take control from Luke. They have 5 living children in the house, not to mention 2 grown dogs. They don't need this problem. How expensive do you think those monthly bills are? And now the mother wants to add a feral child to the mix? Luke should have stomped his foot down, slapped the bitch across upside her delirious head, told her to go fix dinner before I hit you again. And then he should have given her a good fuck afterward, and then left the house to hang out with his buddies. That's what should have happened. But Luke does not do that. He obeys the little woman as if she wears the pants in the family and he wears the dresses. Come on, man. The oldest child, Gus. Now, I like him. He's about 17 years old and was the type that Luke should have been. He hates the new kid, wants him thrown out on his ass or killed. Doesn't make a difference to him because the new kid is a big time disrupting the family dynamic, as you can imagine. The next kid down the line is Eden, 16 years old. Then there's Olive, 14 years old. Willow, 10 years old. Sophie, 6 years old. Are you tired yet? Yeah, I am too. 1 boy and 4 girls, each of them getting their own chapters and their own POV. Could anyone else see a problem with this? Not only that, the 4 girls, apart from their ages, are not very distinctive from one another. How confusing is this shit? Let me say, very. So including the parents, we're dealing with 7 point of views. 7. Don't you think that kind of bloats the story unnecessarily? I do. That's why this should have been a novella. 3 of these POVs contributes to problem number 2. They're from kids under the age of 14, which puts half the book in YA territory. And most people in my circle know how much I fucking despise YA, especially when it's trying to be a grown-up book. There is certainly a place for it, and it isn't in horror novels or psychological thrillers trying to throw their big panties around and pretend they're adult novels. Many Anya fans likes the notion of a single story refracted through the different lenses. Nothing wrong with that, but here it just doesn't fucking work. Alright? Okay? Since there aren't many video reviews of this one yet, maybe Anya will see this and take heed. Ha ha ha! Well, she may see it, but she definitely won't take heed, especially from a nobody like me. Anya is a traditionally published author. And she is reachable, meaning you can reach out to her via Facebook or some other platform and maybe get a reply. That's the cool part. The not so cool part is that she may have an air of superiority about herself and not take heed to critical advice just because it doesn't come from her friends or family or editors. We're the people she should be gleaning information from, the readers who don't give a shit about her feelings. Only the book, the thing we devote our precious time to. Don't be lame, entertain. That is and will always be my motto. I don't know what she was thinking on this book. Maybe it was a novella with a central cast of characters. Mom, Dad, Gus, maybe one daughter, whichever, take your pick. That dynamic was all the story needed. Someone somewhere probably suggested she turn it into a full-length novel. Someone somewhere probably suggested she had 3 more daughters to the mix. Why not? And give them all their own motherfucking point of view. That was pure horseshit advice, whoever put that in Anya's brain. But dumbass me bought the book anyway. And after that happens, Anya couldn't give 2 shits if I shit on it and then set it on fire and then threw it against the windshield of the next incoming car. She should have let those last 3 sisters out. That's all I'm saying. She could have made the feral kid more interesting, meaning she could have made him do a lot more interesting things. She could have had him talk to the mother via telepathy. Anything other than what we got. The book covers a few themes: family, parenting, grief, loss, and some mental instability. Anya likes writing about the destruction of the family dynamics through that horror lens, like The Shining. But I would invite her to read the queen of familial destruction, Joyce Carol Oates. Maybe one of her stories would create a seed to Anya's next best. Anyway, as it stands, I give this book a 6 out of 10. I think that's pretty generous considering. Or a 3 out of 5 on Amazon. I would only recommend this to people who had it in their hands and were dying to read the new Ania Ahlborn book. I'd say, knock yourself out, but you won't like it. So, this one is a definite skip. If you read it, you won't take anything away from it, except never adopt a feral kid in your home. I mean, that should go without saying. You don't need a book to figure that sick shit out. Apart from that, you won't remember a damn thing about it after about a month. Maybe the 4 useless daughters. So there's the review, folks. Save your money, save your time, and pick something else. And if you enjoyed this little chat, then show me some love. Hit that subscribe button. Trying to hit that small goal of 100. I just need 2 of you. But if you see that I already have 100, then don't let that stop you. Be the first on my way to 200. And be sure to watch this video if you want to see me trash good old Frida McFadden for using AI. And by the way, it's not Frida using AI, it's the company filtering the stories through a computer program. Frida is just a face and a name attached to the cover, but I'll let you all figure that one out. Victor Wolf, you know what it is. I'm out.